Hello, friends. Welcome to Everything Fanfics YouTube channel. And this is Mission Christmas Romance by Deadflower0203. Rating general audience from My Hero Academia, Relationship Soro Hanta Todoroki Shoto, and Bakugo Katsuki Midori Izuku. Summary. It's Christmas Eve, and Sero finally ready to confess his feeling to a certain boy he's been pinning for ages. So obviously, he asks his friends for help. Everyone does that, right? What can possibly go wrong? I brought you all here as we have a serious issue on the table, a matter of life and death, something that should be decided here and now. We're all gathered here today. Straight to the point, soy sauce face. Oi, Bakugo, be a little bit more patient. Don't you see? It's all about Todoroki-kun. We should be Sero's support team. He needs us, Mina breaks in, soothingly patting Sero's shoulder. The boy smiles, squeezing her hand on his shoulder, mouthing a short thanks, to which the girl just smiles back, giving Sero a playful wink. Oh, please, I'm gonna throw up like right now, Bakugo says, rolling his eyes at the scene. Why am I here anyway? I don't even care about the thing he and Half-Enough have anyway. Rude, bro, Kirishima starts, giving Bakugo a soft punch on the shoulder. Sero was the one helping you with the Deku problem, so it should be fair to shut the fuck up, Katsuki shouts, little spark immediately appearing on his hand. The rest of the Bakugo squad freeze, waiting for whatever comes next. And there were two options. Bakugo either calms down, going on like nothing happens, or explode, which is not really a pleasant one out of those two. And there's no other secret third thing. Izuku went to his mother's for Christmas. They all breathe out when the sparkling ceases, and Bakugo takes a deep breath in. Fine. He gets comfortable on the couch, waving his hand at Sero. So, what do you want from us? Sero nods and coughs a few times before continuing. I want to make a first step today. Have you ever gone further than a quick looks yet? I mean, we have to know what first step means, right? Katsuki asks, starting to laugh. This time it's Mina who punches him. Don't laugh that fast, spark boy, she says, defending herself from Bakugo's renowned rage with a pillow. You're the king of pinning here. Just remember your reaction to holding hand with Midoriya. 'Cause, oh boys, so do we remember. I see you crave to be blown up, huh? Just dare, and you won't see your limited All Might for green ever again. You won't dare. Oh, let's see. Stop, you guys. Sero still hasn't told us about his plan, Kirishima breaks in, stopping the argument between his friends before it turns into a fight. Thanks, Kirishima, but... Sero waves his hand, thinking of the right words. I don't have a plan. That's why I'm asking for advice. Whoa, cool. He doesn't have a plan. Thank you so much for wasting my time here. I'm out. Bakugo stands up and is about to leave when Kaminari stops him, returning him to a couch. Katsuki gives him a "you're dead" look, and Kaminari's hand immediately leaves Bakugo's elbow. He mouths a quick "sorry" before he jumps up, in few steps reaching Sero. Well, listen up. I have a plan, 100% success plan. Tell us now. Mina gets closer to the edge of the couch, being all ears now. Kirishima listens too, ready to do whatever it takes to help his friend. Bakugo snarls but stays seated, ready to give a judgmental comment to whatever Kaminari has come up with. And Sero just smiles, happy to have a friend who was so eager to help, Not all of them, though, but still. As you all know, we're having a Christmas movie night today. Kaminari starts, catching everyone's attention. And what is better way to get romantic than a movie night at Christmas? Agree. Mina nods in approval. Go on. Right. So we all have to do is create a special atmosphere for Toroki and Sero. Commoner places his hands on Soro's shoulder, hugging him. Now, to the plan. Instead of taking armchairs like we usually do, we'll take the couch, he says, and then points at Bakugo and Kirishima. You two and me and Mina will sit at each other's end, while our lover boy will take the middle. The couch isn't that big, so you, Kaminari pets Soro on the shoulder, will have plenty of opportunity to snuggle and hold hands. Soro blushes and tries to convince Kaminari that it's probably too much for the beginning, but it's already too late. The fuss called Mina Ashido has already been fired. I absolutely love the idea. Mina claps and Kaminari bows, taking the applause. Thank you. I know I'm a genius. Oi, genius. Bakugo barks out and Kaminari instantly hides behind Soro. Let's make things clear. Do you just say that I should be fucking security guard for those idiots? Well, if you put it like that... Denki stirs but immediately regrets. Getting another look from Bakugo, he glubs, knowing well that the third one will be fatal. Support team, Bakugo support team, Mina says, standing up. All this makes me think of something else, she smiles and approaches Soro, getting on her toes to whisper something in his ear. The boy becomes all red in an instant, but nods, shaking hand with Mina after. It's a deal then, she announced, now talking to everyone. Mission Christmas Romance officially starts now. We have 5 hours till the movie night starts, and there's a lot of things that must be done, Mina chants, putting a little funny red hat on everyone's head. Here, now we're all ready. Is it really necessary to wear that shitty hat? Bakugo asked, showing all of his enthusiasm in his grumpy tone. Mina, Kirishima, and Denki stay silent, deciding that it's better to stay out of arguing with Katsuki now. Do you think we should call Midoriya? Denki whispers to Mina, while Katsuki types something on his phone, looking even more terrifying than a few seconds ago. Kirishima takes a look at Katsuki's phone and turns back to the other two, to mouth a short, "It's Midoriya." I already did, she answers, glancing at Bakugo to check whether he hears them or not. He agreed to come. Oh, thank God. We'll live through that Christmas then. They both exchange a knowing look with Kirishima and give each other a high five. Bakugo raises his head, staring at them deadly, and they strain as if nothing had happened. Guys? There's Soro? Kirishima asks, trying to change the mood. Shouldn't he be here too? He actually should, Mina nods, looking around too. I wanted to explain to him how to behave around Toroki, but I guess still loading the movie. Give him a relationship for dummy guide and would be much more useful, Katsuki advised, his eyes still glued to his phone. Thank you so much for your advice, Ka-chan. Mina claps and smiles. Would you be a good boy and bring it from your room then? Kaminari bursts out laughing, and Kirishima follows, trying hard to stop. Bakugo locks his phone, placing his screen down on the table. He smiles, and everybody at the table immediately gets the chills. He looks at them for a second before starting to laugh, making them all write their wills in their mind. That's the reaction you wanted out of me, Katsuki asked, stopping laughing. Very funny, raccoon eyes. Mina laughs nervously, getting closer to Kaminari. The boy wraps his hand around her and they sit like that, defending each other. Well, trying to, If dying, it's better to go down together with friend, right? Well, let's skip the jokes and get to the point. As it's in their group, Kirishima's here again to save the day. While we're waiting for Sorrow, you can enlighten us for what your plan is exactly. He looks at Mina, waiting for her explanation. The girl immediately gets into it, paying no attention to the angry Bakugo staring right into her soul. So, listen. The idea is that Sorrow waits a few more seconds for the downloading to finish and closes all the tabs in before. You opened it before. And done. He stands up, taking all the things Mina asked him to bring for the meeting, and opens the door, ready to go out. But as soon as he does, he stumbles on someone, almost knocking them down. Oh, carefully. Sarah takes the hand of the boy to keep him from falling, finally noticing who exactly it was. He looks at Todoroki, the blush immediately crawling up his face. Sora helps him to stand up, and Todoroki throws a quiet thanks before picking up a letter he dropped after being knocked down. Sorry, wasn't looking where I'm going. Todoroki apologizes, bowing, and Sora is starting to shake his hands. Whoa, that's okay, man. I was the one who almost knocked you. Are you alright? I'm good. Todoroki nods, shoving the letter into his pocket. So you've stayed here for Christmas? What is that? Is that a real conversation? Not just the exchange of greeting. Oh, God. Yeah, stayed for the crew. Hunter tries to sound as casual as possible, but he sure is the nervous he feels right now is all that he can hear in his voice. I mean, for Mina and the others. They stayed, so I did too. Can't leave my friends, you know. Yeah, I know. Todoroki nods, and Sora does the same. They stayed like that for a while, in silent, not knowing what to say next. Where are you going? I'm going to the kitchen now, so maybe we can, go together. Sero breaks the silence, and Todoroki hums in agreement, waiting for Sero to close the door before they start walking. I'm going to my room to read something. I think it can wait. Shota replies to the previous question, and Sora stops him, confusing the other boy. Wait, did I disturb you? I'm really sorry. I didn't even think of that before offering to go with me. Hanta blurts out in one breath, not even letting Shoto a single opportunity to say a word. When it seems like Hunter ready to go on another rant, Todoroki stops him, placing a hand on his shoulder. You didn't. It's fine. I can always read it later. That doesn't sound convincing, but Sora accepts it, smiling at Shoto. The other boy turns red and takes his hand away from Hanta's shoulder, returning the distance between them. They both cough awkwardly and get back to walking. In awkward silence, but Sora's curiosity wins over common sense, so he breaks the conversation with a sudden question. You didn't say why you stayed, though. Todoroki blinks, and Sora regrets his question immediately. Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have asked. That's okay. In answering your question, I didn't feel like going. Shoto shrugs and Sora nods, getting the feeling. And I'm okay here. I have someone to stay for, actually. Alura's smile appears on his face, and Sora feels like his heart stops beating for a moment. Someone to stay for? Did Todoroki mean him? No, it couldn't be. Could it? That's too good to be true. You just got Kaminari's delusion. That's it. That's cool, man. The prize for the stupidest answer ever goes right to Sora Hanta. Applause for the men who felt ladies and gentlemen. They get to the kitchen, and Sora thanks God that he can sneak in there. And in that awkward moment of embarrassment, So I'm going now, he says, pointing to the kitchen. Sure, Toroki says back, and hesitates for a while, as if waiting for something. But Soro's too disappointed in himself to think straight, so he just throws a quick "see ya" and hides behind the kitchen arc, leaving Toroki alone in the hall, never finding out what was that thing Toroki wanted to say, to be more specific. When Sora gets to the kitchen, there's no need to search for his friends. He almost gets blown away by the loud screaming Mina and Bakugo are being the cause of. He just laughs, knowing damn well that it would be more weird if they weren't screaming at all. He joins them at the table, and the mood changes, all the attention going straight to him. Where were you? Mina shouts immediately, covering her mouth, blinking quickly a few times. Sorry, didn't switch. She gives back a quick look and turns back to Zoro. So, where were you? I was talking to Todoroki. He doesn't finish his... forced to cover his ears as Mina squeals, shaking him so he starts feeling dizzy. Hey, I'm not that hopeless. Of course we talk. Yeah, in your dreams, maybe. Katsuki Bakugo, can you please behave? Zoro freezes, waiting for Katsuki to be feral at these words, but he stays still, just seething through his teeth at Mina, who does the same. So he turns to the other two, looking for an answer. Kirishima and Kaminari just shake their heads, raising their thumbs to show that everything is okay. Kaminari gets closer to make it easier to whisper. They've been like this since the beginning. Just can't stop picking at each other, so you don't miss anything. We haven't even started yet. So they sit and wait for their friends to stop barking at each other, which they think should have happened at some point occasionally. All right, Mina says finally, as the little argument with Katsuki, who's looking more gloomy than usual, comes to an end. To the plan! Sora already knows what it is, so now that it's your turn to hear it, because we're the ones doing the job. Yes, Sora knows, and now he's been less ready than before, but at the same time, he wants it, more than ever he did. He doesn't listen to Mina's explanation, looking at the hall, trying to catch a glimpse of the living room where he thinks Todoroki is. He stays like that, keeping his eyes on the arc to the hall when he sees Todoroki, definitely looking back to his room. The boy stops, as if feeling someone's gaze on himself, and turns just enough to catch Zoro looking at him. He looks softened, and he waves at Zoro, and then keeps going, leaving Zoro all red with lots of confusing feelings inside of him, ready to burst out any moment. When everyone starts to come down for the movie night, Zoro is surprised by how many people actually have stayed at the dorms. He gets even more surprised when he sees his green-haired classmate, who's supposed to be celebrating at home. He nudges Kaminari and silently points to Midoriya, looking for answers. Yeah, say thank you to Mina for saving our asses from being blown up. Zero hums in response, smiling wide when he sees the confusion on Bakugo's face. What are you doing here, nerd? Did you think I would miss the movie night, Kachan? Midoriya answers, smiling brightly at Katsuki, who seems to be getting much more calmer in Izuku's presence. Sure, whatever. Just take a seat already. I can give you mine, Kirishima chimes in, jumping from the couch where he was supposed to make the plan work. It's next to Bakugo. Thank you, Kirishima. Izuku smiles again and takes a seat, inviting Katsuki to do the same. The other boy scoffs, but obeys, taking a seat right next to Izuku. The other follow them, occupying the rest of the free space left. When everybody's seated, Kaminari turns on the TV, choosing the right file with the film. Hi, Todoroki whispers while Kaminari is still trying to find the right file. Hi, Sora greets and responds, his shoulder unintentionally touching Todoroki's. What are we watching today? Todoroki asks, and Hanta can't believe they're having a second conversation in a day. I don't know. But aren't you the one downloading the film? There's a confusion in Toroki's voice, so Sora thinks quickly, searching for a way to fix. Yeah, but the title was in English, so I didn't remember. That was smooth, Hanta. Good job. Toroki just nods, turning back to the TV set. I can help you with English if you want, he adds after some time, and Sora almost loses his breath. That would be cool, thanks. The film starts and every conversation stops, with everyone now paying attention to the movie. Sora tries to sit still too, but he simply cannot concentrate on the movie. On anything, actually. Not when their shoulders are touching and Shoto keeps leaning towards him, sometimes brushing his fingers over his. They're halfway into the movie when Sora noticed that Kirishima and Mir have disappeared. Good, it's finally time for that part of the plan. Few minutes after the lights in the room goes off, making everyone whisper in confusion. Despite the fact that Christmas falls on winter month, it still brings some blooming. Mina's voice sounds from a distance, and everyone listening up, waiting for whatever she has prepared. It brings us romance. Romance that blooms in our heart. So let it bloom, my darlings. The lights is on again, and now everyone can see Mina hovering over Ochako and Tsuyu, other mistletoe in her hand being right above their heads. We just couldn't skip the mistletoe tradition, could we? Mina chants. Her question followed by some clapping and laughing. Ochako chuckles too, quickly kissing Tsuyu on her lips. The other girl does the same and Mina squeals, handing Kirishima the mistletoe to clap. Second later, the light goes off again with Mina searching for her next victim, and Sero knows. Damn well it will be him and Todoroki. He doesn't need the light to know that it's definitely him when he feels Mina's breath on his ears. Good luck. The light's on again and Sero looks up, pretending to be surprised when he sees the mistletoe above his hand. He looks at Todoroki, his eyes having a who could have guessed expression. Shoto nods the clear right. What a coincidence being easily read in his eyes. It definitely takes a second too long, as Zoro can feel his classmate's impatient stare on his skin, and Todoroki looks at him too, slightly nodding, giving permission. So Zoro leans closer towards him, trying not to pay attention to Mina's quiet cheering. Their lips almost touch when they hear Bakugo's voice and sudden shuffling. Why the hell is there the smell of something burning? Everyone looks around and somebody can even scream. When they notice a small fire on the couch, visibly getting bigger, Zoro opens his eye and immediately jumps up, barely escaping the flame. The panic rises and to add the chaos to the light goes off, followed by a little, "Sorry guys," says in Kirmari's guilty voice. Whoa, what a Christmas vibe. Don't even start, Bakugo. What, Raccoon Eyes? Isn't it this year's Christmas a total fire? I'm really sorry. This time, Mr. Orochi, who even been trying to stop the fire with ice. I lost control for a second. I'm sorry. And we lost our Christmas spirit. Thanks, I'm leaving. Bakugo throws, leaving the living room. Izuku apologized, following the blonde boy. The others start to leave too, some of them soothing Todoroki, reassuring him that everything is okay. He just nods and returns, knowing well that he ruined the movie night. He finishes with the flame and quickly goes out of the living room, wanting to disappear right then and there, leaving Zoro the only person in the room. It's 15 minutes later when Todoroki hears a soft knocking on his door. He doesn't want to see anyone right now, but something tells him to open the door, and so he does, meeting with Zoro's eyes. Hi, the boy says, standing awkwardly in the hall with the bag in his hand. Hi, Todoroki answers, surprised to see Zoro at his door. He looks at him for a while, before remembering that the other boy is still in the hall. Oh, sorry, come in. Thanks. Zoro comes in, placing his bag on the floor. Don't you mind me? I don't. Todoroki answers immediately, almost shouting. Zoro laughs at that, but nods and starts to take out small candles, placing them at the table that takes him ages in the dimly moonlight room. Shoto follows his every movement, waiting for Santa to tell him what's actually going on here. So, Sero finally says, looking straight at Todoroki, I need your help here. Todoroki looks at the candles and then back at Sero, raising his eyebrow in a "Are you serious?" question. Hunter nods, extending his hand for Sero to take. Okay. Todoroki takes it, standing up, and Sero squeezes his hand in reassuring motion. Standing at the table, Todoroki takes a deep breath and lights the candle one by one, looking attentively at the flame to make sure none of them slip on the nearest surface. When the last candle is lit, Shoto turns around to say he's done, but instead he stumbles upon Sero, who's now really close, like really close. That's cute. He squeezes him out of himself, meaning the candle behind him. Yeah, though I guess we'll have to put them out in a few minutes. They're Mina and she doesn't know I took them. Todoroki laughs at that, and Sora can't help but smile, wanting this moment to last forever. He hesitates a little before putting a small mistletoe he was keeping behind his bag above his head. Thought we might continue the thing, Sora suggests, smiling awkwardly, and this time Todoroki's the one to lean closer, kissing Sora's lips, cuddling his face in his hand. Sora returns the kiss, feeling the warmth spreading over his face. His hand goes down, dropping the mistletoe on the floor, and he puts his now free hands on Todoroki's waist, pulling him closer. They kiss like that for a while before breaking the kiss to take some air. Both blushing and breathing hard, they're looking at each other. Stupid smiles splatter to their face. That was nice, Todoroki admits, his voice crackling a little, which makes him chuckle. Yeah, it was. Sora nods and they burst out laughing. Would you like to? Todoroki asks, and there's no need for the response when Sora quickly kisses his lips again. I sure want to. But if I don't return the candle like right now, I fear you won't have anyone to kiss. Oh, right. Do you need help? Todoroki asks as they start to put out the candles. I wouldn't mind it, actually. Sero agrees, putting the candle back in the bag. We can watch a movie after. Absolutely yes. And kiss too. Waiting for that, almost actually. Can we also bring snacks? I saw a bowl of popcorn in the kitchen. We can take it if nobody takes it first. I love you. I love you too. Oh, wait a second. What did you just say? Sarah turns to the other boy, his eyes round in surprise. The same thing as you? He shrugs, putting out the candles. Why? You didn't mean it? I did, but I didn't expect it to go like that. Like what? That casual, I guess. Sir waves his hands, trying to explain what he means. Todoroki looks at him fondly, chuckling softly. He puts out the last candle and puts it in the bag, taking it from Zoro's hand. Let's finish with this. Then I'm all yours, for you to make it less casual. Zoro blushes but gets up in an instant. Following Shoto, who already reached the door, they leave the room, sneaking into the dark. Zoro finds Todoroki's hand, intertwining their fingers. I like your plan. I guess we should stick to it. Yes, we definitely should. Alright, everybody. Thank you for listening to my podfic of Mission Christmas Romance by Dead Flower 0203. Again, make sure to comment, subscribe, and like and share, of course, as well as going ahead and reading the original fanfiction in AO3. This story definitely made me laugh. It was so lighthearted and it was so sweet. I liked the part of Bakugo just shouting like, what is that smell? I thought that was really cute. I had to re-record that part a couple of times because I kept laughing. It's so cute. And I do love Shoro and Todoroki. Podfics or fanfictions. There's not enough of them, and I'm here to make sure that's not the case. I'm going to read all the fanfictions that I can, that people allow me to. Again, thank you for listening. Make sure to share, comment, and subscribe, as well as go support the original writer on AO3. Goodbye. See you next time.